Hi everyone, maayong adlaw sa tanan, good day sa lahat. Okay, welcome back to my tutorial video. And for those who haven't subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please do subscribe, Barry Umongos. And also, please don't forget to click like my Facebook page. I will love math, and share it to your friends. Also, you can leave a comment, or you can suggest any math topics that you want me to discuss. Okay? So today we will be um, tackling about trigonometric identities. No? So katong mga magta-trigo dyan, kukuha ng trigonometry na subject, ito sa inyo. How to prove trigonometric identities. Okay? So, here, we are asked to prove secant squared x plus cosecant squared x is equal to secant squared x times cosecant squared x. Ibig sabihin, dapat the left side of the equation should be equal to the right side of the equation. Kumbaga, ipapakita natin na itong left side of the equation na ito is equivalent to the right side of the equation given. Okay. Okay, so magsisimula na tayo. Okay, we have to, when we answer proving, we need to show the proof. Okay? Okay, if we could still recall, or kung ma-recall pa natin, gamit ang trigonometric identities, okay, meron tayong identity na, ano ba yan? Cosine x, secant x is equal to 1. Okay? Kumbaga, ang product ng cosine x at saka secant x is equal to 1. So, using the reciprocal identity, pwede nating sabihin na si cosine x is equal to 1 over secant x. Okay? Or, pwede din si secant x is equal to 1 over cosine x. Dinivide lang natin ito. No? Okay. Pangalawa, meron din tayong identity na sin x times cosecant x is equal to 1. No? Kung i-obtain natin si value ni sin x, ang mangyayari, i-divide natin yung both sides ng cosecant. So, yan ay magiging 1 over cosecant x. Or, vice versa, cosecant x is equal to 1 over sin x. Ito ay tinatawag na reciprocal identities na magagamit natin in proving a trigonometric identities. Okay. So, balik tayo doon sa ating proof. Okay. Sa unang term, meron tayong secant squared x, di ba? So, pwede natin siyang isulat ng ganito. We can rewrite this to 1 over, using the reciprocal identities, 1 over cosine squared x. Kasi, since si secant dito is na square, it is also true kang cosine here. Matrue po siya. Plus, 1 cosecant squared x is also equivalent to, pinakita na natin, 1 over sin x. Okay, take note guys na we just only operate the left side of the equation. Kasi ang punto natin, dapat maka-obtain tayo ng ganito. Dapat equal siya ng ganito. Okay? Okay. Okay. Now we have a fraction, 1 over cosine squared plus 1 over sine squared x. I'm sorry, sine squared x. Okay. So, i-add natin yan. It's just the same on how we add fraction. So, here, kukunin natin yung LCD. Si LCD dito is yung dalawang denominator. Ano? Tama ba ako? Okay, you have here cosine squared x times sine squared x. Okay, yan si LCD dyan. Okay. So, LCD, i-divide natin sa first denominator na cosine squared x is sine squared x. Times 1, you have sine squared x. Okay? Kasi plus dito, so plus din ang isulat natin. Okay, next. LCD, i-divide natin sa second denominator. Ang matitira is cosine squared x. I-multiply natin sa 1, so cosine squared x lang yan. Okay, naka-follow ba tayo? Again, kung i-add natin ang dalawang rational expression na to, or it's just the same as a fraction, since hindi sila magkapareho ng denominator, sila yung ating LCD dito. Okay, para ma-obtain natin ito, yung sine squared x, dinivide natin ang LCD doon sa first denominator. Tapos, we multiplied it to 1, so sine squared x. Ito din, LCD, dinivide natin sa second denominator, so cosine squared x. We multiply that to 1, so cosine squared x. Okay, patuloy tayo. Okay, kung titingnan natin ang numerator dito, ano ang ma-observe ninyo sa numerator dito? Okay? Ano? Okay, using the Pythagorean identity, di ba? From the Pythagorean identity, you have cosine squared x plus sine squared x is equal to 1. Ibig sabihin, ang numerator dito ay equivalent to 1 lang. So, magiging 1 over cosine squared x sine squared x. Ay, susulat natin si 1 dito sa gitna. Kaya yan na lang ang mangyayari. Again, using the Pythagorean identity, si sine squared x plus cosine squared x ay equivalent daw ng 1, no? By Pythagorean, no? Pythagorean identity. Okay. Equivalent daw ni 1. So, ang nangyayari dito, ang numerator ay pinalitan natin ng 1. Okay. What's next? Now we have 1 over cosine squared x times sine squared x. Take note that we need to obtain this. Okay. So, therefore, we could have, isa-separate natin, 1 over cosine squared x times 1 over sine squared x. This is just equal, no? Because 1 times 1 is 1. Over, i-multiply mo ito ang mangyayari. Now, using again the reciprocal identity, 1 over cosine squared is just simply equivalent to secant squared x times cosecant squared x. Simple as that. Now, we're through. Okay? May nakuha ba tayo? So, dapat, kung magpo-prove tayo ng trigonometric identity, dapat, ma-remember pa natin yung mga identities, reciprocal identities, Pythagorean relations, or ratio relations niya. Okay? So, yan yung una nating na-prove. Okay. So, magbibigay ako ng isa pa na dapat nating i-prove. I hope na-enjoy kayo. Okay? So, we need to prove another. Okay, we need to prove. Okay, prove secant theta plus 1 over secant theta minus 1 is equal to, ano ba to dito sa book? 1 plus cosine theta over 1 minus cosine theta. Okay, yan. I-prove natin. Again, depende lang sa inyo kung saan ba ang mas simpleng tingnan sa dalawang equation na to, from the left side or the right side. Depende sa inyo kung ano yung i-prove niyo, ano yung i-operate niyo. Okay. So dito mas simple ako dito sa left side. So anong gagawin natin? Okay. In the numerator, we have secant theta plus 1. Again, we can use the reciprocal identity of secant. 'Di ba? Ano nga 'yon? You have 1 over cosine theta. Then you copy 1 over 1 over cosine theta minus 1. Diba? Using the reciprocal relation, no? Kasi yun cosine theta secant theta is equal to 1. Okay? So, kung i-divide natin yan ng cosine theta, both sides of the equation. So, ibig sabihin, si secant theta daw is just equivalent to 1 over cosine theta. Correct? Now, magpatuloy tayo. So, we operate first the numerator. 1 over cosine theta plus 1. In this case, pareho lang ito kung mag-a-add tayo ng fraction at saka whole number. So, dito, yung LCD natin is cosine theta. So, okay. Cosine theta, i-divide natin sa first denominator is 1. Mumultiply din natin yan sa numerator na 1. You have 1. Okay? Again, cosine theta, i-divide natin sa cosine theta. We have 1. 1 times 1 here, you have 1. So, we copy the plus sign because we have plus here. So, directly multiply cosine theta times 1. You have cosine theta. Okay? How about in the denominators? The same process. We get the LCD, cosine theta. Then, cosine theta, you divide it to the first denominator. So, cosine theta divide cosine theta is 1 times 1 in the numerator. So, you have 1. Copy the minus sign. Then, directly multiply cosine theta times 1. Cosine theta. Okay. Now, look at this. Pareho ng denominator cosine theta. Okay? Ang technique nito, kapag ang fraction pareha ng denominator at i-divide mo, you can directly cancel the denominator. You can cancel cosine. So, what is left? 1 plus cosine theta all over 1 minus cosine theta. And we are through. Diba? We have already shown this one. Napakita na natin. Okay? That's all for today. I hope you've learned something, and don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Barry Umongos, and don't forget to click like, share, and leave a comment if what topic of math do you want me to solve and discuss here. Daghang salamat!